Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on the Fuse Lobby music. It's like the theme music from Apex Legends. It's a beautiful little piece. I've done a cover version, so if you want to hear what it sounds like all the way through, go and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description and a card above. I'm going to teach you my whole version of it. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video as well, the thumbs up, press the notifications. And please leave me some comments. Let me know what songs I should do next. Let me know where in the world you're from. Just say hi if you want to say hi. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me and you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning and I've got a capo on fret number 2. Now the first line sounds like this. So to play that, we're starting with an A minor chord. First finger on B1, second finger D2, third finger on G2. And you're going to play the A string and the B string at the same time. So A string and B string at the same time. Then D, which is D2, G2, and then the B1. So you get. And then switch your first finger to A2 and your third finger to B3, and you're going to play those at the same time. And then the open D, the open G, then B3 to E. So the second half of bar 1. So the whole of the first bar slowly. Into bar 2, and we've got like a C chord. First finger on B1 and your third finger on A3. And you're going to play the A string, then the open G, then the B1. So it goes. And then at the end of the bar, we're going to play the B1 again and pull off to the open B string. So the first 2 bars, you've got 4. Into the next bar, it's similar to the first bar, so we're playing the A minor chord and playing the A and the B strings, then the D, G, B, then we go to the A2 with the B3 again, then play the open G string this time, and then the B, which is on fret 3, then the E string. So bar number 3. And then bar 4, playing A3 with the open E string nearest the floor, then G, and then E. And then a B1, pulling off to B at the end of the bar. So let's play the whole line nice and slowly. You've got. Three, 4, and up to speed. On to the next line, and the first part of it goes. So starting with an F chord, you don't need to bar, thankfully. So your first finger, E1, second finger on G2, third finger A3, your little finger on D3. And you're going to play the E string and the G string at the same time. Then play the A3, the D3, and then the G2. So it goes. Then just move your third finger to E3 and you're going to play the E3 and the open B string. Then open D, G and B. So bar 5, you've got then to an A minor chord, and you're going to play the A string and the B1, then the D2, G2 and the B1, then this G/B, which is your first finger A2, third finger B3, play them at the same time, then open D, open G and then B3. So bar 6, so bars 5 and 6 you've got and then from bar 7 we've got so to play that bar 7 we've got the B1 and open A strings, and you're going to pull off to the open B string. So you play the A string and the B1 and pull your finger off to the open B, and then play D2 and G2 at the same time, and then again, then take your fingers off and play the open strings, and then back to fret 2. So you get bar 7, and then into bar 8 it just carries on. Remember not to play anything in the brackets, they're just held on. And then at the end of bar 8 it goes, which is holding B1 and D2 at the same time. And you hammer onto B3 with the third finger or your little finger, whichever one you prefer. And then bars 9 is the same as bar 7. So going into it goes. So the whole line slowly you've got. On to the next line, and it's exactly the same as the first line, so it goes. So that's fine. The next line from bar 15 starts the same as the second line, so we've got. So up to bar 18 is the same as what we've had before. And then bar 19 is just a slight little change. It goes. So you're playing the A string and the B1 like we did before, pulling off to the open B, hit the D2 and the G2, and then on the next hit of that, you play an E string at the same time, and then hit just open D, G and B strings, and then back to the A minor, which is B1 with D2 and G2. So slightly different. So bars 19 going into 20 go. So the whole of that line goes. One, two, three, four. Okay, so then on to the next line, and this is where I grabbed the plectrum. So get yourself a pick. And this next line goes. So for that we're playing an open A string with D2 and G2 at the same time. And then play the D2 and then the G2. So then open A, A2, A3, make sure you hit that with your third finger, because then we're going into like the part of the C chord. Second finger on D2, then your first finger to B1. So from the beginning of that bar we've got. Then you're going to hit E1, hold that down, and then D2 and G2, and then the little run goes. which is D3, G, G2, G, then D3, D2, D, and then A3. So from the E1, just before the bar of 22 goes. So the first two bars you've got. And then the next bar, bar 23, is the same as bar 21, but you don't play it as a chord, you just play the open A string to start with. And then into the next bar, we're going to hit, look, it's just F major 7, B1 with D2 and G2, and you still got your finger on E1, so it's, and then it plays this little line that goes. So you play E3, then you can take your fingers off and play the B, B1, B3, B, and then B1. So the whole of the line you've got. Up speed. And then on to the next line. It starts the same. So it goes to that F major 7 chord. Then E3, open D and open G and B strings at the same time. Into bar 27. We've got D chord, which is your second finger E2, first finger G2, third finger B3, playing from the D string. And you play that twice. Then E minor, which is just A2 and D2, hitting all the strings. Then back to that A minor chord, which we've played a load of times. So bars 27 and 28 go. It then repeats, so you play the previous line, so you go back to bar 21, which is the previous line, play that, and then play this line again, and then it goes to the next section. The first line of this next section goes. So A minor, then just put your finger on E3, touch the A string so it doesn't ring, so you can still hit it. You can hit that chord, then back to the A minor, so you got. Then back to that, so this chord is a G chord with the third finger on E3. So back to the G, and then A minor, into the next bar. Don't play the notes in the brackets. We've got the G to the A minor, G, and then it goes to an F chord, which is the same as what we did before in the other section. So E1, G2, third finger A3, little finger on D3, then back to the G chord. So bars 29 and 30 go. And then bars 31 and 32 are the same, just without the last G on the end. So you got from bar 31. So hopefully that makes sense. The whole line then. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I played it in my version, I just put a few extra little strums. I sort of did a bit of a. So I just kind of on the A minor chord, so I'm going to a little kind of extra couple of hits, sort of down, down, up, down. But you can play it just straight, or you can put some extra bits in if you want. And then on to the last line. It starts exactly the same. And then this last little bit, it was kind of hard to work out an arrangement on the guitar because there's loads of stuff going on in the tune. We've got... So for that, playing the open D string with B3, then open E, A3 with open, E1, then the D string with E3. So far you got, and then you play the D string with, the G string with E8, and then E10. So the bar 35 slowly goes. And then bar 36, D string with B3, then E, E1 with D3, then G string with B3, back to the D string with E8, and then E10. So bars 35 and 36 go. And then I just played an A minor chord to finish the whole song. So let's put the whole song together. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video. Please leave me some comments as well. If you want to say hi, that would be amazing. Let me know where in the world you come from. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this and loads of other songs, I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to my Patreon page in the description so you can click on that. Well, thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier and I'll see you next time.